Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button and leave a comment or two, then subscribe and click on the bell to receive notifications of whenever we release new videos. Also, please remember to share them to your social media. The couple hiked their way through the morning mist as it slowly evaporated. The sun had crested the horizon and risen a little, chasing away shadows and revealing the beautiful scenery and mountain landscape. The unmistakable chill of a late autumn morning had them wrapped in 2 layers of clothing as they pushed further and further into the wilderness. Stands of bushes ebbed and flowed along the trail like waves lapping on a lakeshore. At one point in the trail, the vegetation pressed in closely and towered over it, creating a tunnel through it. As the hikers picked their way through the tunnel, a loud woof sounded, followed by crashing timber and popping brush. They froze in fear, understanding that they had mistakenly gotten too close to something powerful and violent. Craning their necks up the trail, they watched as a massive grizzly sow and her cubs broke from the brush towards them. Welcome back to Scary Bear Attacks. The McGregor Mountain area is a wilderness northeast of Prince George, British Columbia, nestled within the rain-shadowed slopes where the Rocky Mountains lean into the McGregor Plateau. The terrain here is classic central British Columbia, dense lodgepole pine, aspen, and black spruce forests, broken by alpine meadows and bogs. Autumn often brings a mix of drizzle and bright days, with highs around 45 degrees Fahrenheit and lows near freezing. Among the region's native vegetation, hikers commonly pass wild rose shrubs, red osier dogwood, and willow thickets, all showing their fiery fall hues by October. Soapberry, huckleberry, and blueberry bushes, 3 of the bear's favorite foods, grow thick beneath the canopy, drawing wildlife from miles around. Large herbivores such as moose, mule deer, and mountain caribou browse these valleys. Common predators include gray wolves, cougars, black bears, and of course, grizzly bears, the dominant omnivore whose presence defines and shapes the ecosystem. A local couple who were avid outdoor enthusiasts had planned a weekend hike along the farm cabin trail in the McGregor Mountains. The husband, whom we'll call Tim, was carrying a day pack containing snacks, water, and bear spray. The wife, whom we'll call Terri, was carrying a similar pack along with a Garmin InReach, but noticeably missing from their gear was a firearm and an airhorn. Before departing the town, Tim and Terri made sure to relay their expected travel route to friends and family. They were without the canine companionship so common in the back country. The McGregor Mountain area lies within one of British Columbia's most active grizzly bear corridors, a wild expanse linking the Hart Ranges with the Cariboo Mountains. Over the past century, human access has grown through forestry roads and recreational trails, occasionally bringing people into close contact with bears. In the early 1990s, there were several defensive grizzly encounters north of Prince George, though none fatal. More recently, in October of 1998, a local man named George Ivanoff was killed by a grizzly, not far from this same region near Bear Paw Ridge. An episode on this channel discusses the Ivanoff attack, and I've linked to it in the article below this video if you'd like to review the details. The past summer of 2025, another pair of grizzly attacks occurred near Eagle River and Anchorage, Alaska, showing that late-season bear encounters remain common through the north as bears prepare for winter denning. We frequently consider the lack of a berry crop or salmon run as a major factor when bear attacks increase, but sometimes an abundance of food source can be an influence as well. Conservation officers have noted that a strong berry crop this year drew bears lower into the valleys. While food availability was high, it also increased human-bear overlap, especially along trails with easy access to ripe berries. The province's ongoing balance between conservation, forestry, and recreation continues to test coexistence between humans and grizzlies. Along the trail, Tim and Terri had made their way into the part of the trail overgrown by bushes. While making their way through, a loud woof and breaking brush alerted them that they had trodden too closely to a bear, but they weren't sure what kind it was just yet. Frozen by fear, the hikers stared up the trail as an enormous grizzly sow and her 2 cubs rushed from the brush and barreled toward them. The angry sow was upon them before their bear spray could be retrieved from its holster. With a single blow, the sow swatted Tim with such force that her claws ripped gashes across his head and chest. The impact of the blow sent him flying through the air as the angry sow pivoted her attack toward Terri by the time Tim had hit the ground. The woman had more time to react than Tim and likely covered her head with her arms before the bear knocked her to the ground as well. In a violent attack, the sow bounced from one victim to the other, punching deep holes in flesh with her canines and tearing gashes wherever her claws touched, leaving both hikers bleeding, severely wounded, but alive. After neutralizing the perceived threat to her cubs, the sow rounded her young'uns up and disappeared into the brush. Somehow one of the hikers managed to retrieve the InReach and sent out a cry for help. Emergency crews responded after receiving a satellite communication alert. Helicopters from Prince George Search and Rescue airlifted the victims to Prince George Airport, where ambulances awaited. Tim was reportedly in critical condition, while Terri was in stable condition, both receiving immediate trauma care at a regional hospital. Authorities from the BC Conservation Officer Service investigated and determined that the attack was defensive, a sow protecting her cubs, not a predatory bear. Speaking of cubs, our Cub Tier membership on Patreon, linked below, will give you ad-free early access to episodes, notes, and photos. And the $3 per month goes a long way in helping me continue to produce educational and entertaining content like this. Wildlife officers announced that no attempt would be made to locate or destroy the bear, a decision widely supported by conservationists. The trail system surrounding Pass Lake and McGregor Mountain has been temporarily closed until further notice. The injured hikers remain under medical care, with Tim still in recovery. Their survival, by most accounts, is nothing short of miraculous, given the severity of the mauling and the remoteness of the area. British Columbia is home to an estimated 15,000 grizzly bears, spread across an area of roughly 371,000 square miles, about 1 bear for every 25 square miles. The population remains stable in much of the northern and central regions, though habitat pressures continue to affect southern populations. Between 2015 and 2025, provincial records show dozens of non-fatal bear attacks and several fatal incidents, most of them involving hikers or hunters in bear country. In nearly every case, the bear's behavior was found to be defensive rather than predatory. After reviewing the facts surrounding this episode, I'm left with a few questions for you. Given the sow's behavior was a natural reaction to human presence near her cubs, how can hikers avoid similar incidents in the future? Will increased trail access and wild corridors like McGregor Mountain continue to raise the risk of sudden bear encounters? Should seasonal closures extend into autumn, when grizzlies are most food-focused and defensive of cubs? I will gladly read and reply to your thoughts, so post them in the comments section below, and let's talk about it. Thank you for watching Scary Bear Attacks. If you've enjoyed this episode, please consider clicking on the like button and clicking on the bell icon. We'll help you know when we post our new episodes. Posting our video links to your social media profiles furthers awareness, and it's fun. We slashed our prices in our merch store, linked below, so check out the bargains there while you shop. As a member of our human community, remember to adventure bravely and be careful out there, especially in bear country.